Hi there, this is Danielle Tremblay of WhiteLightConnection.com, animal communicator. So as animal lovers, we really love our pets, and we really appreciate knowing when they're feeling healthy and well in their bodies and when they're not, so that we can step in and support them. We humans have the capacity to actually know far more about our animals than we often give ourselves credit for. Did you know that you can actually be taught the skill? And I mean you, like everyone out there, can be taught the skill in order to energetically perceive how an animal feels in their physical form. You can actually sense through their senses. You can get an awareness of how their hips feel as an aging dog, if their joints feel stiff or not. You can get an awareness of how that particular horse feels with a saddle on its back, and if it's pinching here and there, maybe eliciting bucking responses or other sorts of stiffness observational patterns that you're noticing. You know, to be able to use this skill is very practical, and as an animal owner, I can't imagine life without it at this point. So in utilizing this practical skill, one of the more interesting things I've discovered over the years in being able to sense their bodies from their point of view, from their perspective, as if I was them, is with cats, for example. You have got a cat sitting in your lap and you're stroking it, petting it, and everybody's enjoying it, and then all of a sudden, something like a switch goes off and the cat changes and they swat at you or bite you or hiss and growl when seconds before they were actually enjoying the petting arrangement. A couple things that I've sensed through their body is sometimes they will have the sensation of a static charge that builds up with each and every stroke of their body. And to them it feels very, very increasingly uncomfortable. And eventually it reaches a point where they just can't seemingly tolerate it anymore, and they have this outburst. And the outburst is actually a discharge or a release of this static buildup. And if you happen to have a cat like that, my tip for you would be to pay attention to how many strokes you and the cat seem to enjoy. And if it's about 4 to 5 strokes, that's all the cat can tolerate, and at stroke 6, 7, 8 or beyond, you start to notice that's when the outburst happens. You're going to want to stop at around stroke 4 or 5. Honor the cat, honor your relationship with the pet, and give yourself an opportunity for that dynamic of the hiss and swat and bite to change between you and your pet. Allow them to, at that time, just after 4 to 5 strokes, sit on your lap and just be with them without feeling the need to constantly touch them. Another practical tip with horses. So I've actually sensed in the horse's body that there are times when they kind of don't know where they are in space, okay, like in their environment, and they might be a horse who, you know, is constantly bumping into things, backing up into fences, hurting themselves, and they seem a little bit clumsier than the average horse, or they're constantly bumping into their person, nearly stepping on their person's feet, or they're stepping into their person's physical space a little bit too much. And none of this is done in a malicious sort of way, but they just kind of really don't know where their bodies are in space relative to smaller objects and humans around them. So with a situation like this, horses have actually said, you know, if I had a better awareness of where that leg was and just how big it is, it would be helpful. So suggestion, take your hand, go up to your horse, start closer to the head and work your way back to the body from that point. Place your hand with some gentle pressure, not in a caress, but just a flat hand on their body, and ask them, horse friend, feel this. Feel this. Feel here and here. Start moving your hand in different locations of their body. What this does is it invites the horse to concentrate and focus on the sensation of your hand pushing into their body. It gives them, over time, the ability to start to sense just how big they are and how high they stand or how short a particular section of their body is. It also helps to, on a nerve level, kind of rewire the brain in order to have greater awareness of where they are in space. So if cultivating this very real, available skill of being able to sense the animals' bodies through their own 5 senses truly appeals to you, then I would encourage you to step up, embrace it, choose it, and claim it. Because you know what? It's available to us all. And if we don't claim it, we don't get to experience it. So you can learn these skills in an experiential sort of way through an animal communication class. These days, I'm teaching one-on-one animal communication training. So you can be located anywhere, because these classes are designed such that it's 8 60-hour blocks of time where you and I get on a phone or on a Skype line, and I teach you how to do these skills. You get to learn it and experience it firsthand, and you get to walk away empowered knowing that you know what, at the drop of a hat, if I need to, if I want to, I can tune into my animal's body and I can get an awareness of how they're feeling. It's very empowering to be able to know you can do that as an animal owner. So to inquire more about this course, please email me at whitelightconnection@hotmail.com. Use the link below. And please put in the tagline, I want to talk to animals. We'll get on the phone and I'll share with you more of the highlights of the course and help you get an awareness on if I'm the right teacher for you, if this class is the right class for you, and if this is just right for you at this time. So I wish you the best. Have a wonderful day.